Good day and welcome to the season premiere of In the Spotlight. I'm Superintendent Michael Richard, and today I'm pleased to be joined by the new principal of Tatham Elementary School, Kate Morneau. Kate, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right,
back.
so you're a repeat attendee, and that's fantastic, which means you already know how this operates. Kate, tell the audience at home, remind them a little bit about where you grew up, where you went to school, and how you ended up here in West Springfield.
Well, thank you, Mike. I grew up in Madison, Connecticut, oldest of four. Both my parents were educators. I went to a Catholic school, grades kindergarten through sixth grade. I had to write a persuasive essay to get my parents to allow me to go to the public school in Madison, Connecticut. So from 7th to 12th grade, I attended a public school. Ironically, I had the same principal from middle school through high school, Mr. Coyne. And he inspired me actually to become a leader in education. He was personable and respectful and fair. Following high school, I went to Providence College. And I had a wonderful experience there. Dual majored in elementary and special education. Played Providence College tennis, which was wonderful, and met my husband in college.
And then how'd you end up here in West Side?
Well, I ended up here in Western Mass because he's from Holyoke, Massachusetts. So I've been living here now for 20 years. And I started my teaching career in Westfield as an essential life skills teacher. From there, I went to Long Meadow as a grade 4 inclusion teacher. Took a few years off to have babies and raise them, and then I landed in West Side. 3 years as a classroom teacher and 7 years as a vice principal.
And you're now in your first couple of months at Tatham.
That's right.
At Tatham. But you've spent a lot of time here in West Springfield. And tell me through your eyes, what is it that makes West Springfield such an awesome place to be? Not for working, for schools, for living. What do you see?
West Springfield is an awesome, awesome place to work and live, although I don't live here, but I feel like I do sometimes. The students are wonderful. There's a diverse student body, and students have a lot of opportunity here. As a teacher, there's a lot of lateral movement opportunity. There's also a lot of job-embedded PD, which really, I think, conveys respect of educators. And as a leader, there's a lot of opportunities for leadership positions within the district. And I'm fortunate enough to be at Tatham.
For sure. We know that educators often get criticized for using edu-speak. So for the folks at home, PD refers to professional development. Those are the things that we do to make sure that our faculty, staff, and administrators continue to grow, continue to learn, are engaged in that continuous cycle of improvement to better assist and teach our students. But it's early in the year. We're on week 3, really. And what's been the most remarkable thing that you've experienced so far as a first-year principal?
Mike, I think it's hard to pinpoint one thing. And kind of like how I live my life, I really spend time looking at the little things and embracing and enjoying the little things. So the smiles on the kids' faces as they come into school, the hellos, the conversations that I have with students at lunch, the conversations that I have with staff after school gets out, the interaction that I've had with parents so far. It's the daily little things that keep me coming back and allow me to enjoy my job so much.
Right. And the personal experience of education is one of the things that we pride ourselves on here in West Springfield, but it goes beyond the classroom. I know that you're involved in the West Springfield Partnership for Education, and remind the folks at home about that organization, what your mission is, what you do, and ways that people can maybe get involved.
Yeah, thank you. The West Springfield Partnership for Education it's a great organization, nonprofit. We're a working board. We raise money for teachers primarily within the district, and not just the public school teachers, but the private school teachers as well, to apply for grants and to enrich their classroom curriculum as much as they can. So we encourage teachers to become involved either by applying for those grants. We encourage the community to become involved by supporting our fundraisers, which allow us to give grants.
We've got some coming up,
we do.
So why don't you tell the folks at home what they
can
look forward to?
Thank you. The first fundraiser we have coming up is with Food Fest West, so with the Chamber of Commerce, and it's a great event held at Springfield Country Club. It's on November 6th at night, and we'll have some information up on our website soon.
All right, very good, very good. So you've got a big project going on at Tatham. We with the support of the school committee and the town council and the mayor, we were able to secure some funding to add some portable classrooms to that school because of growing enrollment numbers. So tell me a little bit about that project, how that's influenced your daily work, and what folks can expect to see.
Yeah, so actually when I left Tatum School today, there were people out there today. So they're in preparation right now for the modular building to come. And what that will allow is some space. It will enhance smaller class sizes, which will be wonderful for the teachers and the students. It will also allow our non-classroom teachers who right now are sharing space within the regular building to have more quality teaching and learning space within the building. So we'll go from having 13 classrooms to 17 classrooms at Tatum.
And other things are happening at Tatum. We've expanded some parking to make it more easily accessible for not just for faculty, but for visitors when they come in.
Right.
We're looking at some playground improvements over the next few months and working with Park and Rec. So a lot of things happening at Tatum School to make it a more remarkable place than it already is. You know, we come to work every day for kids. That's what we do, right? Students are our focus. As a former classroom teacher, I'm asking you to dig back into the recesses of your mind and think about maybe a student that you had who may have really been an inspiration to you or left a mark on you or something that really you carry with you each and every day from your experience in the classroom.
Right, right. So again, that's a hard question to answer because it's hard to think of just one. But the students that really come to mind are those who have come back to me either after having been in my classroom or in my school as a vice principal, and they say, "Thank you for listening. You know, you made me feel special." And I think that that's what I try to do every day is listen to kids. They need to be listened to. They want to be listened to. So that's what I do on a daily basis is make time to hear kids.
Right. And parents. It's important, right? Parents have a big voice in the education of their children, and they want to be involved. And so you're doing some things at Tatum to make sure that parents stay involved, whether it's school council or PTO meetings and in other ways. Is there an easy way for parents to get a hold of you if they want to share a story, a question, a concern, or a compliment?
Absolutely. My favorite approach is always to come talk to me in person. But in addition, they can email, call, participate in a thought exchange. So there's multiple ways for parents to become involved. In fact, we have our first PTO meeting next Wednesday at 6 o'clock, September 25th. School council will begin in October. We'll meet at least four times a year. And really just there's a lot of opportunities to volunteer at Tatum. So
okay,
looking forward to it.
Very good, very good, very good. So just a couple more quick questions. Kate, as a principal, what do you think is your greatest challenge in year one?
I think the greatest challenge in year one for me as a new principal is to come in and really understand how Tatum works as it stands. What are the traditions that they enjoy? You know, what's worked in the past, because there's been a lot of great things at Tatum. So my job is really to come in and not make too many changes, but obviously need to make some changes based on, you know, increasing enrollment, the transition to the modular building, et cetera. But really just to come in and listen.
Good. I love it. I love it. All right. So you're off the hook with this last question, right?
Okay.
So you know how this works.
Yep.
The way that we keep the show going is by having people nominated, recommended, suggested for participation. So
That's right.
Who would you like to see featured in a future segment of In the Spotlight?
You know, Mike, I've thought about a few people, but one person in particular is Roberta Devono. She's actually our school librarian. She's been around for more years than I have in West Springfield, and she's a wonderful asset to our community, to our schools, and she works as a library media aide, and she's just a wonderful resource, and I think that she'd be delighted to come talk about
She would.
Westside.
She's got a lot of great stories, and
does.
to Roberta's credit, she's been super flexible over the last few years as we've moved her space and transitioned and made room for classrooms at Tatum. So thank you, Roberta, and you're on notice. We'll see you in the Spotlight sometime soon. It's been great to be joined today by Kate Morneau, the new principal of Tatum Elementary School. We look forward to an outstanding school year, and I look forward to seeing you each week here in the Spotlight. Have a great day.